Hello, my name is Terry Callanan. I invite you to join me on Friday, May 12th, for a webinar that I'll be presenting on the topic of how do you gain buy-in from others for your ideas. This webinar will be hosted by the Rochester Professional Consultants Network as part of their Learn from the Best series. To introduce myself, I own a consulting firm called Walk On Consulting. Whenever you feel like there must be a better way to be able to do something, you're right, there is. And that's a feeling that many organizations and teams have pretty frequently for how can I improve the processes that I touch every day. So I walk with them to help them redesign the processes so that they are less complex, more effective, and just less frustrating. I've helped organizations improve their strategic planning processes, leadership effectiveness, customer-facing processes, and so forth. In those situations and in my work in general, I often advise or offer recommendations to organizations or teams. And that advice or those recommendations look pretty good on paper, but in reality, they really mean nothing unless the organization or team embrace them, act on them, in order to see the impact that they might have. So the webinar that will be presented on Friday the 12th is where I will be sharing some tips for you for how to gain buy-in from others so as to maximize your impact when you bring ideas to the table. And I know that you, as a listener here, also have tips that you have acquired through your experiences where you've been successful in gaining buy-in, and those times where you weren't successful are also learning experience from which tips can be derived. So we will be in the webinar devoting some time not only for me to share from my experiences and my stories, but we'll also devote a fair amount of time for sharing amongst each other, for listeners to share with each other and back and forth tips that we can walk away with and add to our toolbox. So please come to this webinar on Friday the 12th at 8 a.m. Eastern Time to pick up some tips for how to maximize your impact through gaining the buy-in of others to which you bring your ideas. I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.